Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, whatever day you're reading this, watching this. Yeah. Hello. How's everybody doing? How's life? What's going on? Today it is day 13 of a Proverb A day. We are literally almost halfway there, which is so amazing that we've literally been diligently working, reading this Bible every single day in the month of May 2023. So thank you guys so much for joining me. And yeah, we're gonna get started today. It's chapter 13. It's not super long. So I'm just gonna start reading. We're gonna get into it, right? Okay, cool, great. So verse 1, a wise man heareth his father's instruction, but a scorner heareth not rebuke. A man shall eat good by the fruit of his mouth, but the soul of the transgressor shall eat violence. So I said, if you're wise, you will speak life. Because you'll eat good by the fruit of your mouth. So if you're wise, you'll speak life, you'll plant positive seeds, you'll cultivate positive and productive actions, and then you'll reap the benefits of that labor. Verse 3, he that keepeth his mouth keepeth his life, but he that openeth wide his lips shall have destruction. So guard your mouth, be mindful of what you say, who you say it to, when you say it, how you say it. Like, be mindful of these things. Just like who you say things to, because some people might be holding your blessing and some people might be praying on your downfall, and they don't even know they're praying on your downfall, but that's neither here nor there. For the soul of the sluggard desireth and hath nothing, but the soul of the diligent shall be made fat. And I really liked this verse. We getting back on the ground, y'all. Ooh, there we go. Okay, so I really liked this verse, and it just reminded me God gives you the desires of your heart, and that is one of my favorite scriptures, because God gives you the desires of your heart does not just mean that every single thing you want in life, God gives you. I take it as, my interpretation is, God literally gifts you the reasons or the things that you start to desire. So if you desire marriage, if you desire a house, if you desire a business, if you like the different things that you desire, obviously take those things to God, but those are gifts that God has given you. So he's given you that desire, and now that he's given you that desire, he's going to give you that desire. And so I wrote, if you desire things, but you have poor work ethic, you want to accomplish those things. So diligently work and you'll see the benefits. So if you desire, again, you desire to have a business, and God has literally gifted you the business plan, gifted you the business idea, gifted you all of it, but you have no work ethic. Faith without works is absolutely dead. And I talked about this with one of my friends. We read the chapter together, and we were talking about, like, there are some situations, in my opinion, now I don't know, I'm not God, I didn't write the Bible, right? But in my opinion, there's some situations where it absolutely, like, every single thing in life it's in God's hands, right? And there's some situations where it's in God's hands, there's absolutely nothing you can do. And there's other situations where it's in God's hands, and God has literally gifted you with the action plan of how to accomplish that thing. And so the desires of your heart, God is giving you the tools to accomplish it. If you know that you desire to get married, God has gifted you the tools on how to become a better husband, how to become a better wife, how to become a God-fearing spouse, how to pray for your partner, how to cover your home, how to do all these things. Like, God has gifted you the knowledge and the wisdom and the resources to learn that information. So yeah. 5, a righteous man hateth lying, but a wicked man is loathsome and cometh to shame. Righteousness keepeth him that is upright in the way, but wickedness overthroweth the sinner. There is that maketh him rich, yet hath nothing. There is that maketh himself poor, yet hath great riches. And so this is my interpretation. I'm not saying that this is law, but I said, you can work hard to be rich and not have anything. However, giving continuously, it fills your heart. And there are plenty of people out in the world who have a lot of money and are still very unhappy and have no joy. And obviously true joy and peace is found in God. And so, you can make yourself poor, but like give and just give to others. I'm really big. I'm learning, like, the beauty of giving, and giving with a giver's heart, giving with a pure heart, giving with pure intentions. So yeah. Verse 8, the ransom of a man's life are his riches, but the poor heareth not rebuke. The light of the righteous rejoiceth, but the lamp of the wicked shall be put out. Only by pride cometh contention, but with the well advised is wisdom. Wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished, but he that gathereth by labor shall increase. And I think a hard work ethic is going to produce a hard work ethic with a positive seed, and positive and productive patterns are going to produce good things. So if it's all vain, if everything that you're doing is vain, if it's shallow, it has no depth, it's not rooted in God, then it's not going to produce good things. It's not going to last. So yeah. 12, hope deferred maketh the heart sick, but when the desireth come, it is a tree of life. So don't let your hope die. Like I mentioned earlier, about like God giving you the desires of your heart, don't let your hope die. You have that desire for a reason, and you might not see it yet. You might not see the fruit of it yet. You might not see you might not see the gift yet, but you still have that desire. You still desire to own your own land, but you're like, I still don't know how this is going to happen. God, you haven't given me the blueprint on how I'm supposed to get this land, but I know I still want this land. Something in me is telling me that that land is mine. So don't let that hope die. Don't let that desire fall by the wayside. You still have that desire. Keep contending for it. Keep advocating for it, So yeah. 13, whoso despiseth the word shall be destroyed, but he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded. The law of the wise is the fountain of life, to depart from the snares of death. Good understanding giveth favor, but the way of the transgressor is hard. So having knowledge and understanding continually produces favor. That's what the ETH means. So you have that understanding, you're going to continue to produce favor. Every prudent man dealeth with knowledge, but a fool layeth open his folly. A wicked messenger falleth into mischief, but a faithful ambassador is helped. Poverty and shame shall be to him that refuseth instruction, but he that regardeth reproof shall be honored. We talked about this in other chapters. We don't know everything. And God has gifted us with people on this earth who are specialists and experts and all that jazz and all this stuff. And it is important to seek knowledge from other people. Because it literally says, poverty and shame shall be to him that refuseth instruction. So if you don't heed to instruction, if you're not obedient, because sometimes God gifts us with people in our life who are supposed to teach us something, but if we're like, oh well, you didn't teach me, or you can't help me, whatever, like we're blocking our blessing, So yeah. 19, the desire accomplished is sweet to the soul, but it is abomination to fools to depart from evil. And again, that goes back to verse 12 and verse 4. Nope, not verse 4. Where are we at? It goes back to verse 12 and verse 4. I know things. But having that desire means something. You desiring something, that means something. There is a meaning behind it. So if you need to ask God, okay, God, what I really desire this, what does this mean? But keep working towards that dream. Keep working towards that desire and that goal. Keep advocating. Keep contending. Keep going to God. Okay, God, keep bringing him scripture. Okay, God, look. You said that man ain't supposed to be here alone. So I know you got a husband out there for me. I know you got a wife out there for me, Like, keep contending, keep fighting for yourself, or like advocating for yourself. So yeah. And then verse 20, he that walketh with wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed. Your circle matters. Your circle matters. Your circle matters. Your circle matters. The people that you hang out with matters. The groups and the places that you put yourself in, that matters. If you want to be one of the top business people in the world, go where the top business people in the world are. Don't be hanging out with people who are not the top business people in the world. I'm not telling you to cut off all your friends. I'm saying look at the environments that you put yourself in. And when you want to get to a certain place, start putting yourself in those environments. Start putting yourself in those circles. Because that matters. that matters. You walk with wise men, you're gonna be wise. You wise with not wise men, you're gonna be not wise. You're gonna end up in situations you have no business being in because you're with people you have no business being with, because that's not what you're here for. So yeah. So 21, evil pursueth sinners, but to the righteous good shall be repaid. 22, a good man leaveth an inheritance to his children's children, and the wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just. 23, much food is in the tillage of the poor, but there is that is destroyed for want of judgment. He that spareth his rod hateth his son, but he that loveth him chasteneth him betimes. And I had to look that up because I'm not a corporal punishment kind of parent. And I know the spare the rod, spoil the child, right? But I had to look it up. And chasteneth, English, y'all, I promise. It means discipline. And discipline does not always mean beating. You are disciplined with yourself to get up, to go to work, to make yourself breakfast, to do all that stuff. And you're not abusing yourself. You're not beating yourself. So, yeah. So if you love yourself, if you love your children, I want to say if, but like in loving yourself and in loving your children, you provide discipline. And discipline can look like a multitude of things. So, yeah. If it's a set schedule, if it's, you need to write a letter as to why, whatever discipline is. Now, if you beat your children, that's on you. That don't have nothing to do with me. I mean, actually, low-key, it does. But for job purposes. But like, that's just something to think about. That is just something to think about. You don't got to put your hands on kids. That's all I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to say. You do not have to put your hands on people. You don't have to put your hands on people, okay? Verse 25, the righteous eateth to the satisfying of his soul, but the belly of the wicked shall want. And so, as Christians, we don't have to want for anything. Jesus paid it all. But like, for real, like God provides. God is our provider. Jehovah Jireh is our provider. And so we don't have to want for anything because it's already ours. It is already given unto us. And we just got to take it. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. And I'm very, very tired, if y'all cannot tell, but I hope you guys have an absolutely great day. And I hope you guys are getting into this word. I hope you guys are spending some intentional time with God, and I hope you guys are learning. And if y'all have any questions, comments, or concerns, hit me up, hit my line. I'm open. I'm always down to have a conversation. So yeah. All right. I love you guys so much. Goodbye.